Hey y'all, it's Dan. Name of the channel is Numerical Lion. Saw a story today about this Virginia pastor who defiantly held church services and he dies of coronavirus. How ironic, right? Brought to you by the tabloid journalists at the New York Post. And notice this clip is 35 seconds long. Virus equals 35. So I'll read a little bit of this article. He practiced what he preached and he died of coronavirus. An evangelical pastor died of COVID-19 just weeks after proudly showing off how packed his Virginia church was and vowing to keep preaching unless I'm in jail or the hospital. In his last known in-person service on March 22nd, Bishop Gerald O Glenn got his congregation at Richmond's New Deliverance Evangelistic Church to stand to prove how many were there despite warnings against gatherings of more than 10 people. I firmly believe that God is larger than this dreaded virus. You can quote me on that, he said, repeating it a second time to clap, saying that people are healed in his church. Happily announcing he was being controversial by being, quote, in violation of safety protocols with way more than 10 people at the church, he vowed to keep his church open unless I'm in jail or the hospital. I am essentially, said of remaining open, adding, I'm a preacher. I talk to God. On Sunday, his church announced with an exceedingly sorrowful and heavy heart that the pastor had died a week after being diagnosed with COVID-19. So this is a cautionary tale, right? And even a man who supposedly talks to God is not immune from the coronavirus, according to the New York Post. And, talking about the virus and God 26, virus 26. See that there. And also this happened on a day with 17 numerology, or at least the story comes out. 4 plus 13 is 17. Talking about the God and virus. And the headline, or not the headline, what he said twice, I firmly believe that God is larger than this dreaded virus. You can quote me on that. He says it again, equals 330 or 33. I'll show you why that's interesting as well. A lot of interesting things here in this story. So this happened on a day with 56 numerology. And that is interesting because he died on this day and with 263 days left in the year. 263, the 56th prime. 56, we see this all the time. Coronavirus 56, also all-seeing eye. Right? The eye of God, or all-seeing eye, also 56. Church 61 as well. All-seeing eye, also 65, like coronavirus, with the S exception. And 205, like 25, like dead. So from his last in-service service on 322, a day with 65 numerology. Coronavirus equals 65. I don't know if I said that. Just like all-seeing eye, coronavirus and all-seeing eye, both 65. This happened on a day that was his last in-person church service. In person equals 56 as well, just like coronavirus and all-seeing eye. Also 83, like murder. 101, like 101 the 26th prime, like God, like virus, in-person service. Right? He's also a preacher. 191, the 43rd prime. Preacher is 43. 191, the 43rd prime. Also 74, like Jesus. Right? Thinking he's a rebel, like Jesus. Like Lucifer, the ultimate rebel. Lucifer also 74. and 43. So anyway, from his last in-person service to his death is 21 days. That number of Saturn. Also, Gerald O Glenn equals 210 or 21. Notice Glenn equals 83, like murder. Pastor equals 73. 73 is connection to 21. He was dead on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday, 73. Right? Sacrifice, 73. 73, the 21st prime. Happened 21 days after his last in-person service. Sunday also equals 21. This happened at the New Deliverance Evangelistic Church equals 201 with a single reduction KV. 201 like 21. From the governor's order on March 17th to this is 26 days, right? The God number. Pastor equals 26. Also look at virus and pastor. Pretty good match, right? Remember that clip was 35 seconds long, pastor 35. Look at virus and pastor, both 89, both 26, both 35 and 37. 37, the reflection of 73, like Easter Sunday, right? What else was 73? Easter Sunday and pastor. So Virginia also equals 53, the reflection of 35. And virus, pastor in Virginia, all 89. 89 books in the gospel. 89, very special number. It's the 24th prime number and the 11th Fibonacci number, 11 for Jesus. Happened on a day with 11 numerology. And remember I was talking about the 33 before? Bishop Gerald O. Glenn, his title equals 303, like 33. Like, I firmly believe that God is larger than this dreaded virus. You can quote me on that. He said this twice. That equals 330 or 33. Right? Glenn equals 25 and 20, like death. 20 and 25. See that? Glenn and death go together pretty well. Let's get back to this here. Oops. Also, bishop equals 33. So they announced this at 10:33. It's with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of our beloved Bishop Gerald O. Glenn. That whole quote, the whole headline equals 317. 317, the 66th prime, right? Kind of like 33. And also the order from the governor was on 3/17. Or 173. 173 is interesting. 173, March 17th. Most of the world would say 17/3. It's the 40th prime. He died on Easter. Easter equals 40. Easter equals 40. Dies on Easter. Right? And that quote, see if I can find the quote here. With an exceedingly sorrowful and heavy heart equals 206, like 26, like virus, like pastor, like God. Also 199, the 46th prime, like virus equals 46. That's what it said, with an exceedingly sorrowful and heavy heart. It's all coded. Also Sunday, it happened on a Sunday. Sunday equals 33 as well, just like Bishop Gerald O Glenn, just like the story was updated at 10:33, just like that quote. New Deliverance Evangelistic Church equals 156. If you write out 33, it equals 156. Right? Gerald O Glenn. Gerald O Glenn also equals 60, like the N word. And let me show you something as well. This is from the Post. I think it was the New York Post. New York Post. I have that somewhere. Guess I could just write it. New York, of course, 33 as well. New York Post equals 181. Also 53, like Virginia. 181, the 42nd prime, like the N-word as well. All right. Whenever you see a black person in the news, that number, the N-word will be coded into it. 60, 42, 102, and 30. Right? Died on a Sunday. Sunday also 30. Like the N-word. Bishop Gerald O Glenn equals 102. Right? 102, like the N-word. 102, also like slavery. Slavery 102 as well. Still under slavery. Bishop equals 42. Just like the N-word, just like slavery. Also, he's straight out of Richmond. Richmond equals 42. And this happened if you say the, and then part of the paragraph they do say the New Deliverance Evangelistic Church equals 360. Kind of like COVID-19 equals 36. Take off the 0, it's 36. He died of COVID-19, supposedly. Happening on a day with 36 numerology. On and on it goes. Also 704, this is the headline. 704 like 74, like Jesus. Just Virginia pastor equals 79, or murder. Also 92, like COVID-19 equals 92. Right? They're talking about a Virginia pastor. These southern pastors are not paying attention to what the government is saying, and they're going to pay for it. This is the message, loud and clear, from the so-called authorities. You know? So I think that'll do it. 83 like Glenn, in-person service like Glenn. Right? That whole quote, unless I'm in jail or in the hospital, 162, 81 plus 81, that ritual number equals 172, 162. So 333, that birth, death, and resurrection number. That's the story of Jesus, right? Easter, the whole Easter thing. Interesting. I went through all this stuff. See if I missed anything. Usually after I do a video, I'm always like, oh, I forgot to mention that. You know, I forgot to mention this. There's so much, indeed. So that'll do it. Thanks so much for taking the time of the day to watch this video. Have a great day, everybody.